So hello and welcome. In this tutorial I would like to show you how to create a little interactive banner in Adobe Animate CC 2021. We are going to be using JavaScript in HTML5 document, and right now I will show you what we will be doing. So we are going to have something like this, and we are going to have a car, and there is going to be the address on the car, and if I go with my mouse over the top, the drops are going to fall, and every time that I will go over, one of these threads is going to disappear. You can check this one right now, like so. Then this one, and like this. And then when we have all of them, the text and the button is going to appear, and this is going to be disabled, so no more the drops are going to be falling once we clean the car. So yeah, that's what we will be doing today. Okay, so right now I'm on the site FreePic, and I'm going to provide this image in the description, and hopefully it is going to be still free, because there is possibility that FreePic will decide that this image won't be free anymore, but hopefully not. But you can do this with whatever image. I just want to show you how you can do this. So I will just click download, and I would like to go with free download, and in this case we will have to attribute the author and then just hit save. I will hit cancel because I already saved this, so I will go to the place where I saved this, and I will just hit extract here, and I will have some kind of files, and one of them is going to be eps, and I will double click, and it is going to open me this file in Illustrator. In the Illustrator I'm going to have some kind of warning. Just click yes or no, it doesn't matter right now. Okay, fine. I have created in Adobe Animate a document which is 800 by 800 pixels. You can go with any size that you want, but I kind of like this size, and I'm going to create the same size document in the Illustrator. So if you decided that you want to go with other side, do the same thing in the Illustrator and just hit create. So right now I will get this first part. It is all grouped together, and I'm going to drag it to my new file, like so. Right now in here I have layers, and your Illustrator may look a little bit different, but basically go to the window and get your layers if you don't have them. And if I open this, there is going to be a group, and if I open that group, there are going to be some parts. So basically what I want to do is click on this, and with Ctrl-Shift-G or right click and ungroup, I can ungroup it like so. And right now I have going to have all of the parts of the car separated, which is not very good, but right now I can access these dirty parts. So I can click, and you can see that they are all grouped together. So basically if I open my layer right now, I am going to have all of the parts of the dirt in this layer, so I can hide it and show it, and all of the other parts I am going to have on the separated group. What I can do right now is lock this layer with the dirt, and I can select everything else and just hit Ctrl-G. And right now I am going to have car grouped together, and these parts I am going to have on one layer. What I can do right now is click on these threads and hit Ctrl-Shift-G, or again hit ungrouped, and right now I'm going to have all of them on the separated layer. What I can do next is click on the layer, click on these three lines, and there is an option to release to layers sequence. So I'm going to click this, and right now I will have to select all of these layers and drag them out like so. And I'm going to delete this top layer because it is empty. And I will actually provide you this in the description, this Illustrator file. Right now we have 7 or 8 layers. One of them is car, and other are these dirty parts. So what I can do is select everything like so and drag it to my Adobe Animate. This can take a while, but the window like this is going to appear, and you want to choose paste using IE file importer preferences. So just click OK. And right now I will just position the car like so. Now what I can do is rename my layers. So this one is going to be car, and this one. And actually I realized that I can have them on the one layer. It doesn't really matter right now. So what I can do is highlight all of them, right click and choose merge layers. And this can be dirt like so. So now what I want to do is convert all of them to the symbols. So I will click on the car, I will click F8, or I will go to the modify, convert to symbol, and I can call this to be car, and I will hit OK. So right now we have created a name for the library. But if we want to target this in the JavaScript, we will have to create an instance name, and I will also call this car, like so. But this name is important for the JavaScript, and library name has nothing to do with JavaScript. And right now, these dirty parts, I will have to all of them convert to symbol. So I will go with F8, and I will just call it symbol 1. Symbol 2, and like so. You can name this, but because we are going to create names for the JavaScript, I do not need to create the names for the library. So I will go to the library, and I have all of the symbols in here. One thing that you can do is to create a new folder in here, call it to be dirt, and put everything, not everything, but all of the symbols that you created in there. So at least we are going to stay somehow organized in the library. Now I can go ahead and create these instance names, and I can call this to be D1, for example, and this one can be D2, and this one can be D3, and so on. So I'm going to have 7 of them. Or you can get rid of some of them, or you can create more of them, like so. And this one is going to be D6, and this one I will actually get rid of it. We do not need to have it. So I'm going to have 6 of them. Fine. Right now what I want to do is click anywhere on the stage and then change the stage color to something which is not white. So I can go with maybe something like this and hit OK. Basically when I hit Ctrl Enter, I want to see the border of my canvas, because if this was white, we wouldn't see where our canvas ends. Alright, and now what I want to do is go back to the Illustrator, and I would like to get this. So I'm going to hit Ctrl-Shift-G to ungroup this, and right now this is going to be still grouped together, this top part. So one more time, Ctrl-Shift-G, or you can right click and choose ungrouped. And right now this is going to be one part, and this is going to be one more part. So one more time on this one, Ctrl-Shift-G. And right now we should have this separated and these drops separated. So I will click on this and hit Ctrl-G, or right click and group. So this is going to be one part, and I will just take one drop from here, and we are going to be duplicating this in the Animate. So I will click with Shift on this top and one of the drop, and I am going to drag this like so to the Adobe Animate. And again, paste using IE file importer preferences, and OK. I will hit Q, which is free transform tool, and with my shift, I'm going to scale this like so. Okay. I'm going to convert this to the symbol, so F8, and this one is going to be top. And this one, I'm going to hit F8, and I'm going to call it drop, like so. And make sure I forget to say that those are movie clips. We don't want to have buttons, and we don't want to have graphics, like so. And right now, this one, I can also scale it a little bit, maybe, like so. And I am going to duplicate this. So with Alt or Option, and I'm going to hold Shift to stay on the same line. I'm going to duplicate this like so, and like this. Okay, let me move them a little bit, like so, and then duplicate them like so. So something like this. Okay, fine. And right now I would like to select all of them. So I'm clicking on them with the shift, and I will click F8, and I will call this to be drops. So basically I won't have all of them in one movie clip. And I'm going to create the instance names. So this one is going to have an instance name of top. This one is going to have an instance names of the drops. And the car already have, and these threads also already have instance names. Okay, fine. And let me actually scale this car a little bit. So I will select my threads layer and my car layer, and I will hit Q, and I will scale this down a little bit, like so, and position it a little bit to the bottom. Now what I want to do is go to the drops layer, like so, and right now I will have to convert this to the symbol one more time, because I want to animate it in here, and in order to animate something, it has to be a symbol. So it is symbol in here, movie clip and drops, and in here there are individual movie clips, but I want to animate them all together. So basically I will highlight them one more time, click F8, and I can call this to be drops in, for example, or whatever, and I will hit OK. Right now I will create the animation, so I will go maybe to frame 40, and I will click F6, and I am going to animate this. So I'm going to hold Shift and put this down a little bit like so, and I will click anywhere in between, and I am going to create classic twin. So we are going to have an animation like so, and at the beginning we can put this like so to the top. Now I will create new layer, and in here I will click on the first frame, and there is this label and name, and I will call this I don't know, fall D, like fall drops, or I can call it fall drops. And we are going to be using this name with the JavaScript, like so. Okay. And now I will create one more layer, and in here I will right click, I will choose actions, and I will very simply type this dot stop, like so. And basically it is going to be on the first frame. So when we hit Ctrl Enter, we are not going even to see the animation. If I would put this stop to the frame 40, this would place once, and then it would stop in there. But yeah, you will later on see why we have this stop in here. Okay, fine. So right now I will go back to my scene 1, like so, and I will create new layer, and this layer is going to be code. I will right click, I will choose actions, and in here I am going to type this dot top add event listener. We want to start with click. Later on we will change this to mouse over, but so for now I will go with click, and I am going to call this to be drop f. So basically this means that if I click on the top, which is this one, I am going to call drop f function. Now I will create the function, so I'm going to type function drop f, parentheses, curly parentheses, and now I can type something in here. One thing is that I mentioned this in my introduction to JavaScript. When you are outside of the function, you are using this, and when you are inside of the function, you cannot use this, but you will have to create a variable. Let me put the variable at the top. I will call it let. Let is just the way how you can declare variables. You can go with var. You can go like this, var, but I prefer let because that's the modern JavaScript, and let root is equal to this. And basically, when we are inside of the function, we are going to be using root instead of this. So I can type root and check whether my code is working. So I will type car visible is going to be false. I will hit Control Enter, and if I click on the top, my car has disappeared. So it is working. What I can do is I will click on the drops layer, and you can see that it is drops, and I will go inside, and we created the name fall drops. So with these two names, I will go in here, and I am going to type root drops and goto and play, like so, parentheses, and in the quotation marks the name. So it was fall drops, I guess. I will hit Control Enter, and if I click on the top, my car has disappeared, and I have some kind of error. So let me check where is the error. Okay, so I type root drop, but it should be root drops. So I will hit Control Enter, and right now it is working. Okay, so I will go back to my code by clicking F9, and this line of code I do not want to happen because we wanted that line of code only to check whether the code is working. So we have root drops, goto and play, and you can see that I have capital A and capital P and the name that we created. Okay, and I will hit Control Enter, and if I click, this is going to animate and then go back to the top. And if I click one more time, nothing is going to happen. And if I click one more time, again it is going to animating. If I click one more time, nothing, and so on. So it would work every second time, and that's not what we want. So I will go back to the drops, like so. And right now I am going to position this this action that we created. I will just drag it and put it to the end, like so. And right now, if I hit Control Enter, initially it is going to play. We had it at the beginning to don't play, but right now the stop is on the end, so initially it is going to play. And if I click, it is going to play. And if I click one more time, it is going to play. So right now it is going to be working fine. But there are two issues. One is smaller, one is bigger. The bigger one is that the drops are visible in here, and that's not really cool. So what I will do is change this animation. So basically, I will create a keyframe somewhere here, F6, and then click on the last keyframe, click on the drops, and make the alpha of the drops go to 0. So basically it is going to be animating down, but then it will disappear. I will hit Ctrl Enter, and indeed it has disappeared, like so. When we are using classic twins, there is also option with motion twins. It can be a little bit issue to move your keyframes. But what you can do is select everything like so, this, and drag it like so to make it faster. Okay, and I will position my my action in here, and everything in here I will hit Shift F5, or I can go with right click and remove frames, and we got rid of all of the frames, and basically we made this animation faster, like so. And I will click, and every time I click, this is going to play. Okay, and I said we had two issues. One of them was that the drops didn't disappear, and second of all is maybe you don't mind that at the beginning there is this animation played, but maybe you mind and you only want this animation to play only when you click, and that's what we can change with the code. And we can go ahead and in my code I can go ahead and type that this, we are typing this because we are outside of the function, drops visible is going to be false. So basically if I hit Ctrl Enter, they are not going to be there. They are maybe falling, but you do not see them. And in the function in here, what I can do is type root, because we are in the function, drops visible is going to be true. So basically at the beginning we said that drops are not visible, and then when we click on the top, we call this drop f function, and in the drop f function firstly we make drops visible, and then we play the animation. So I will hit Ctrl Enter, and if I click, this is going to play. One thing is, if you click fast, it won't play until the end, and it will try to play it one more time. But yeah. Now what I want to do is I will create an array, and in the array I am going to have all of the threads of the car. So I am going to create an array let threads like so is equal, and it is this D1 up to D6. So let me paste them like so until I will get to D6, and I will make a little bit more space like so. This is going to be D5, and this is going to be D6. And these semicolons, they are optional in the JavaScript, so you can, but you do not need to use them. So right now I have these let threads, and I have all of them in here. And what I can do, again, just to test whether this is working, I can type threads 0, and arrays are 0 based, so it means that threads 0 is this element, the 1, if I put 1 in here, it would be this element, and the last one is element number 5. But I can type like so, visible is going to be false. I will hit Ctrl Enter, and indeed this one has disappeared. I'm going to hide also this one and this one so you can see it. So I will just duplicate this, and this is going to be number 1, and this is going to be number 2, and right now you can see that they had disappeared. Okay, fine. I can go ahead and get rid of this part of code, and I can create a function, and I can call this function to be height druts, like so. Okay, so I am in the function, and I will create one more variable, and I can put it in here, and I can call it let my dirt or anything is equal to 0. And in here, I am going to type that dirt my dirt, which is 0, visible is going to be false. And then I can type that my dirt plus plus, which means that my dirt, this number, is going to increase by 1. Okay? And what I can do is call the function height_dirts in this function, like so. Okay, I will hit Ctrl Enter, and if I click, I will go to F12. Okay, so one more time. Okay. The thing is that I was a little bit confused. We have this line of code that this element number 0 in the dirts array is going to be visible. So I will get rid of this, hit Ctrl Enter. So right now it is visible in here, and I can click, and it has disappeared. And if I click, this one will disappear. And if I click, this one will disappear, and so on, and so on, and like that. Okay, and basically, I will try to explain it one more time. We could make all of these in this function. So I wouldn't have to create new function. I can go ahead and get rid of this, like so, and I can cut this in here, like so, and I will put my variable in here. This is not necessary to put it above, but it's good practice, and I can delete this for now. So this would be working the same. I just wanted to put it on the separated function. Okay, so I will go back. Come on. So I will go back a couple of times, like so, and I'm going to have this in the separated function. But you can work as you want. And basically, I am telling that let my dirt is equal to 0, and in here I have this my dirt, so this is 0, and visible is false. And then I increase this my dirt plus plus to 1. So the next time I click, I will have this number 1. I can show you one more time that in this it is working. The thing is that I declare the variable outside of the function, because if I would declare this variable inside of the function, this wouldn't be working, because this would be 0, then we would change this to 1, but again at the beginning of the function it would be 0. So this has to be outside of that function, like so. And now what I want to do is, if you take a look, it doesn't look good that I click and it disappears immediately. Okay, it should disappear when the drops touch it, or at least they are not going to touch this one, but at least when they touch this in here. And what we can do is use something called set timeout function. So I can actually show you and you can get something like this. And this is just the function that is going to happen after some time. So I'm going to copy this, and I will go to the Adobe Animate. I will go back to my code by clicking F9 or right click and Actions. And in here, I can type this like so in my function, this set timeout function. So it is set timeout, then there are the parentheses like so, then this is the function, and this is the body of the function where we can put our code. So they used alert hello. I don't want this, so I will get rid of this. I will create some kind of space, and in here I am going to paste my code like so, and this 3000 means 3000, I guess, is milliseconds, but it means like 3 seconds. If I change this to 1000, it's 1 second. 500 would be half second, and so on. So I will hit Ctrl Enter, and I will click, and this has disappeared after 1 second. I'll take a look at this one. I will click, and it has disappeared after 1 second. And it is going to look better on this one. So you can see, like so. And you can change this time to anything. You can go with 800, you can go with 500, or you can go with 2000. That's really up to you. Okay, and right now what I want to do is I would like to stop this falling when we clean everything, because right now everything is cleaned and it is still, I am still allowed to click this. So I would like to get rid of this, and I also want to have something to appear when I clean the car. So I can go ahead and create some kind of score. We are not going to be displaying this score, but I'm going to type let score is equal to 0. Then what I want to do is in this function where I am cleaning the dirt, I would like to type that my score is plus plus, so +1. Okay, so we set the score plus plus, and we will create a new function, and the function will be result, and we are going to call the function from here, and then I will create the function outside. So function result, like so. And in this function I can do something like if, then the condition. So if score is equal to 6, I would like to remove this even listener. So I can copy this, Ctrl C, and I can paste it in here, Ctrl V, and I will change this from this to root because we are in the function. So root top, and instead of add, I will type remove even listener. So I will hit Ctrl Enter, and I will click, and if I write everything correctly, right now, okay, so maybe I didn't write everything correctly. Let me go back to the animate, and indeed I created a mistake because I misspelled the result. So it should be like this, and right now very quickly I will click like so, and right now I am not able anymore to do this. Now what I can do is I will hide this temporarily, and I will create something, some kind of text, and the text is going to be maybe read like so, and I will create a new layer, and I will type your car is clean, like so. I will make this bigger, like this. Let me see. Okay, so this is fine. I don't want this text to be overlapping with the top, so something like this. Again, I will hide this, and I can create some kind of button in here, and I will change the color to maybe something like so, and I will adjust it. This is really up to you. You do not need to do something like this, and I will get the text, maybe white color, and I will type go or get discount, something like this, and I will make the font smaller, and I will position it like so. So this one, I will click F8, and this is going to be text clean, for example, and this one I can click F8, and it is going to be button clean. Okay, we could put them to one symbol, but I did it on the two. So this one I will in here call also text clean. So this is the important name, and this is going to be button clean, like so. I will go back to my code, and if I hit Ctrl Enter, they are both going to be visible at the end. So what I want to do is hide them. So at the beginning, I will type this text clean, visible is going to be false, and the button clean also visible is going to be false. I will hit Ctrl Enter, it has disappeared, fine. And now what I will do is I will show this on my result in here. So like this, and I will have to change this to root because we are in the function, like so, and I would like this to be true, and this one is also going to be true, like so. I will hit Ctrl Enter, and if I click like so few times, this is disabled, and I have this text your car is clean and the button. Now what I will do, the last thing, is I will change this. I could have changed this earlier to mouse over, and also in here to remove this I will have to change this to mouse over. But when we have mouse over, we will have to add one additional line of the code, because you can see that it is not going to be working like so. We will have to write in the code that stage dot enable mouse over, like so. Control Enter, and right now it is going to be working. Yeah. So like this. You can play with something like this. But I just wanted to show you that in the Adobe Animate you can create some kind of interactive banner like this, and you can do this for your website or maybe for some banner. I'm not really sure whether this would be working for the Google ads, but you would have to add some additional or create some additional steps in order to make banner work in Google ads. Right now I will just very quickly show you how you can export your file. So I will go to the place where I save this. So it is in here, and in here I have my animate file, and I have my JS, HTML, and images. I will go ahead and get rid of this like so. So I only have my animate file and my recover file. I will go to the Animate and I will go to the File, Publish Settings, and in here I am going to choose my file, choose my folder. So here I am, here is the place where I have my Animate file. You do not see it, but it is in here. And I will create a new folder. I will call it index. You do not need to, but I prefer to work like so. And this one I will also call index, and I will hit save. In here, export image assets. There is an option to have texture, sprite sheet, or image assets. I would like to go with image assets, like so. And I'm going to hit OK, and I will go to the file, and I'm going to hit publish. And this is going to publish this to the index, and right now in the index we have HTML and JS. And I will open this in HTML, and it is indeed going to be working like so. Okay, if you have an images files in here, it means that you didn't change this from the sprite sheet, and there is possibility that it is going to not work for you in here. There is possibility that you are going to have an error, like the cross domain images something. This error doesn't mean that the banner is not working. You would have to put this on the real website or on the local host to make it work. It just doesn't work in the browser like so, but on the real website it would normally work. But yeah, I'm going to provide you this file in the description, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, hit the like, maybe subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in some next tutorial. Take care, goodbye.